That number...
Are you making a religious argument or a Christian argument?
What's the difference?
No, there's a difference. A religious argument is a religious argument. You're making a Christian argument because not all Christians agree with the position you're expressing.
I'm saying that, but the argument is a religious argument.
Yes, that's my point.
A Christian argument.
But you've made the point. I'm asking the question because you go to the Supreme Court and you say the Supreme Court says, well, more than 50% of the population.
Yes. Not more than, no, I was emphatic. The Supreme Court said 71%, 72% were Christian, 17.6% were Muslim. The point is that you were arguing that we are a secular state.
Yes.
And I'm telling you that it's a secular state with accommodation for religious faith practice.
And I asked that fundamental question about you're making a Christian argument, you're making a religious argument, because, as I said, not all Christians agree with the position that you espouse. So, for many, it is a Seventh-day Adventist issue, right? Hold on for a second. I want to bring in to the conversation Reverend Father Clement Kwasi Adjei.
But before
I'll come to
we have made
General Secretary is the Secretary General of the National Catholic Bishops Conference of Ghana. Reverend, thanks for your time on PM Express.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Let's settle this question about the Sabbath. You are a Christian also, so
sure.
It falls on the Saturday. It is a Sabbath. Do you share the view that because of the Sabbath, that necessarily then it becomes an issue for you to go and vote? Is a conflict there?
Come again.
Do you share the concerns of my colleague in the studio, my friend in the studio, James Bonfair, and the Seventh-day Adventist Church, that it poses a conflict, that poses a barrier to them, exercising their religious, exercising their civic responsibility, because it falls on the Sabbath? You're a Christian yourself, right? And you believe in the Bible. So do you see that conflict? Do you see that there's a conflict there between your religious belief and the civic responsibility to vote?
So far as my religious beliefs is concerned, I don't see any conflict in there. But I agree with him. So far as he's an Adventist. For them, Saturday is holy. It must be marked as such. And therefore, they have the right to ask for amendment to suit them. But that is the Seventh-day Adventist. I mean, not all Christians are Seventh-day Adventists. Our Sabbath is Sunday. And is apart from the other Christians who worship on Sunday, there are other religious groups also worship in different days. He has the right. I mean, freedom of religion, freedom of worship. So to them, it is true. It prevents them gives them some difficulties by their teaching. But Ghana, as you rightly said, is a secular state. So when we want to do such things, amend other things and so on, if you are coming from religious point of view, you must be careful. You must walk cautiously. You must walk cautiously. They are coming. They are Seventh-day Adventists. Saturday, others also come. Then ours is Friday. Others also come. Ours is Sunday. And don't forget it. The traditionalists are also there. They will say Tuesday. Some will say Kwesidai Sunday. Some will say Ukudai Wednesday. So for me, yes, it's a good thing they are doing in terms of raising the view that you must try to maybe amend certain aspects of the Constitution. And one thing you must know, constitutional amendment is not easy. It's not easy. First, they should try and embed consensus. It's very key.
Yeah, and we'll come to constitutional questions. But I want to settle first, if I can, get your view on the religious question, because fundamentally that's what it is, right?
Yes,
what's your own religious? And you, of course, you are the Secretary General of the National Catholic Bishops Conference. What's your own take on what the Bible says about the Sabbath and what you can and cannot do on the day as it relates to elections? You say your Sabbath is Sunday, correct?
Yes. Yes. Please.
Okay. So the question follows.
Yes, please.
If the elections are falling on a Sunday, would you have raised the same fundamental questions of conflict with your religious beliefs?
Not necessarily.
Why?
Not necessarily. Because Sunday is a day of worship, but you must also look at the national, the other people too. Is it feasible? Am I being selfish? Does it prevent you from the whole day? If we take the whole day for elections, then I'll go for it. That let's amend so that because Sunday, about 70% of the population being Christians may not be able to vote. It's a credible reason. Then we look into it. Do they worship the whole day, half a day, quarter a day? Because if it's falling on Sunday, and because we will not be able to get the time to go and vote, or the majority of Christians will not be able to get the time to go and vote, you must take that into consideration. But you see, where they are coming from, they must get a good reason. Because for me, it's like if you don't take it, it may seem like discrimination. Why not mine? I mean, why theirs? And that I'm saying that you must be careful. You must be careful. You must be careful. And in fact, do they take the whole day in the worship? We do not. And playing your responsibility as your role as a citizen of Ghana, you must go and vote. How long does it take for you to cast your ballot? Will you be worshiping God the whole day? These days, they are trying to make the voting easy by bringing the polling stations to our closed doors and so close to us. And so maybe 2 hours, 1 hour, 3 hours, you can. And when we are in the line, yes. So from the voting ends when? 5 p.m. unless it is amended. And 3 o'clock, will you still be in church? Our belief allows it. That